There's a silent epidemic among young men. They feel totally lost when it comes to their goals. I was stuck too, for years. And honestly, sometimes I still fall into the same trap. Hi, my name is Toby and I've been on self-improvement since I was 16 years. That's 6 years of trial, error and real growth. In this video, I'm breaking down the one mistake that keeps most men confused about what they really want in life. Do you also feel that our generation is always comparing themselves and what they do? You are comparing your job to other job opportunities. You're comparing your girl to other girls on Instagram, on TikTok. You're comparing what you study to what other possibilities there are to study at universities. You're comparing the place you're living right now to other places to live. Maybe on the micro level, you're even comparing the food you ordered in the restaurant to the food that your neighbor eats that's sitting on the table next to you. Why is this a problem and why is this a modern day problem? It's a modern day problem because we have so much opportunities these days. And this is initially a good thing because you can choose. You can choose where you want to live. You can choose what you want to wear. You have the possibility to choose what you want to work if you are blessed and have a good education and could go to university, for example. You can basically decide everything when it comes to external circumstances. And this is a problem because we do not stop there. We as humans are always looking for the best opportunities. And now it gets difficult because there are so many out there. Where does this problem lead our generation? This problem leads to the point where we are constantly starting and ending new things. Probably you know this as well when you look around in your university or your job. There are always new people coming, but at the same time new people leaving. People start things and then they end things after a short period of time. And this is exactly because of this point you have so much opportunities. Our generation is completely lost because it has lost its direction. It has lost its compass, its North Star. But how do we solve this problem? You solve this problem by thinking deeply about what you actually want in life. Be clear, be specific about what you want. And when you want it and you really thought about it for a decent amount of time, then you pick the thing you want. You pick the work you want. You pick the study and the university you want. You pick the place to live that you want. And then you stop thinking about the alternatives. You just eliminate them out of your mind. You act as if one option would exist, the option you just picked. When you do this, you will remove this FOMO, this fear of missing out of other opportunities. What really makes you miss out things in life is when you constantly think about the other options that you denied. And let's be honest, do you think it's great to always start and end things after a short amount of time? But this is the fruit you get out of those many options. It's even when you go shopping in the supermarket. You just want to buy one product, but there are like 20 or 30 products of the same thing you can buy, and you're just overwhelmed. And then you pick one thing, you go home, and then you think, oh, I could have picked another one, and I don't know if I picked the right one, and maybe I should have bought the cheaper one, but then I would not have as much protein in my yogurt as I wanted to. You get the point. And when you just pick this one thing and you stop thinking about the alternatives, you will be so much more consistent in what you do and you actually start achieving goals. Don't set a goal and then rethink it and throw it away because the emotions are not feeling it in the moment. But be wary because there's the other extreme, meaning people that never change for years or even decades. You probably know some people that work in the same job for ages. They have the same friend group. They have the same thought patterns. They do not develop. They just stay constantly the same. Of course, you do not want to be one of those people. So from time to time, you can rethink your path and rethink what you actually want from life and rethink your decisions. But then when you rethought something and picked a new hobby, for example, stick to it for a decent amount of time. Because then, after 1 year or 2 years, you can rethink again, okay, do I want to continue living my life as I'm doing it right now? But don't be one of those lazy people not changing anything, or especially avoid being one of those people losing their identity, losing their purpose because of all the options they have and because they start overthinking all the time if they're on the right path, if they're doing the right thing. And this is toxic in both directions. So pick one strategy, pick one purpose, one path, one hobby, and then stick to it. And from time to time, you can rethink. But overall, stop seeing all the alternatives and start being happy with what you actually have. This will bring you straight towards your goals without having FOMO.